be out of my league. Never thought I had a chance. Tonight it's gonna be a different experience. You're just so beautiful. You're simply wonderful. Even though I try to stay real cool, there's a fire burning deep inside. Whatever you want to do, no rush, cause we've got all night. You're just so beautiful. Simply wonderful. I want you to stay with me. Let's make it last all through the night. I hope that I'm not dreaming. With you I'll take my time. Baby, come stay with me. Feels like the start of something new. Show me the true meaning of love. I wanna make it with you. Come stay with me. Is it the way you move your hips when you're dancing close to me? Is it the wine that we just sipped? We can't deny this energy. It feels so beautiful. Simply wonderful. Baby, come stay with me. Let's make it last all through the night. I hope that I'm not dreaming. With you I'll take my time. Baby, come stay with me. Feels like the start of something new. Show me the true meaning of love. I wanna make it with you. Come stay with me. Ooh. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. You're just so beautiful. Simply wonderful.
I want to say greetings to all Massive Event crew. Welcome to another event of the TR show. Big up to all Massive Event crew. I want to say big up to all the people in the chat right now. This is an amazing evening right here. It is Sunday evening, May 17th.
Stay with me.
Is it May 17th? I think it is May 17th.
Show
There is always something about May, and the reason why it's called May. Have you ever wondered why it's called May? Because it may rain, it may have sunshine, it may have a twin on the show. One could be very beautiful, one may be very beautiful, the other could be. But all in all, this is a very interesting show this evening. I want to welcome you all to the show this evening. I am Mr. TR Derrick, representing for the TR show this evening. This is a matter of fact the third episode of This Is Us. And this evening we have a wonderful couple. No, it's not a couple. Well, it can be a couple, but not the couple that you call it, not in the essence of a couple where these two are together as a couple, but of course they are together as siblings. And they are two of the finest siblings on planet Earth. I want to say welcome to our special guest this evening. I want to say before we jump into the show, we want to thank all our moderators, all our members for being here this evening. You have been a fantastic set of people, and we're happy to have you. This evening is such a wonderful show, and we are about to share in with the experience of this wonderful people in the building this evening. What I want you to do before we go any further, can we all share the stream and invite our friends and families in here to partake in this interesting journey? I call it epic. Now, we're going to dive into this little program soon. So give us just about 2 minutes. I'm going to play the song one more time before I invite our guests on panel. And then we will be diving right into our show this evening. It is set to be a very amazing show. And so let us just dive into the program. But before we dive into the program, let us just play the song one more time. This song is called Come Stay With Me is the name of this song. And just like those twins are staying together, so are we as the royal family staying together. Welcome to the TR Show.
She was definitely out of my league. Never thought I had a chance. Tonight it's gonna be a different experience. You're just so beautiful. You're simply wonderful. Even though I try to stay real cool, there's a fire burning inside. Whatever you want to do, no rush, cause we've got all night. You're just so beautiful. Simply wonderful. I want you to stay with me. Let's make it last all through the night. I hope that I'm not dreaming. With you, I'll take my time. Baby, come stay with me. Feels like the start of something new. Show me the true meaning of love.
Stay with me. This could be a start of something new.
Come stay with me. Is it the way you move your hips when you're dancing close to me? Is it the wine that we just sent? We can't deny this energy. It feels so beautiful.
Okay, I want to say greetings and welcome to another episode of the TR Show. This evening, it's the third episode of This Is Us. And this evening, we bring to you forward a special guest. They are, of course, guess who? Guess who? Guess who? We have in the building this evening. They are called the Slick Nico Twins. And we're going to find out more about them. We're going to find out who they are, where they're from, what they're about, what caused them to be such a loving set of twins. Is it just the case that they are twins? Why they are so loving, so kind, so generous, so awesome, so amazing? What is it that caused them to be so amazing? Is it what their mom fed them on? Is it what their father fed them on? Whatever. We're just going to dive right into it. So let's welcome our special guest this evening, no other than... As a matter of fact, before I bring them on, let me just make a quick introduction. I probably need to bring this microphone a little closer to me so I can have things in perspective. So I can be in the middle of the screen and I don't have to be, kind of pushing myself all the way over there to get what I'm trying to say. But if I may say that these twin, this amazing bunch, these two human beings, these two angels, these two people. Now, what I want to say is that they were born the same sex, the very same sex. Yes, they used to use the same bathrooms, but now they use separate bathrooms. Well, in the public. They can use the same bathroom at home, but in the public, they use separate bathrooms. How on earth did this happen? They're going to tell us the story. Now, one has begun the journey of changing the sex. And of course, there's a couple of people in these times that get uncomfortable with these situations. Some people are very sensitive about these situations, but these are two brave people who accept what they are, who they are, and they are not afraid to say what they are and who they are. And the journey continues in life. And there's something that I like about this is because what I like about this is that no one is going to take care of you when This life does not want you in it anymore. No one is going to take up the responsibilities of being there and so forth and so on. So these two people decided to change, and they both accept each other. So the one who changed accept the other for who the other is, and the one who did not change accepted the one who changed, and both of them are two fantastic couple. I am yours truly, TR Nayarex. Let's welcome. As a matter of fact, let me just play this clip quickly before we jump into the show and introduce these two wonderful people. Let me just play this really quick.
Father God, in the name of Jesus, Lord, we come to you as humbly as we know how. Father God, we ask that you give Ronnie the surgery mercy that he needs to get through this endeavor. We ask for a speedy recovery, and we ask for you to dispatch your angels in this hospital, Lord God. Lord God, we ask that you give the surgeons the hindsight and the know-how to start and complete this operation as it's supposed to go plan, Lord God. We ask that you bring Ronnie back in the same manner, but better in the same way that he came. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
All right, so that was the prayer. And as we dive into what is about this thing, the links have been provided in the chat. So for those of you who want, to know these people, their links are in the description. Also, the video, this particular video that I just started playing, the link is in the description. You want to watch the full video of the surgery, the link is in the description. You want to meet them personally, the link is in the description. Everything is in the description that you want to know about these two people. And give me the signal when you're ready, so we can bring you on. I'm watching you, so you can. All right, they're not ready yet. So I will just say that. Okay, all right. Hold on. So let me just play this again quickly. All right, so let us just jump into this quickly. I want to show you something. All right, so hold on. Sorry for the delay, but let's just show you a little bit of these two people, and so I'm going to try to bring up a picture up here quickly of what these two are. Now, let's take a quick look at this one. Hold on. Why is this moving like that? All right, I think I know what the problem is. Hold on, let me just get this thing together. All right, so here we go. Up here, that's right. So there we go. And this is what I'm trying to look at. Now, look here quickly. These are two people. These are two people of the same, well, they were born the same sex. One has changed, and this is both of them presently right now. Now, when you look at both of them, it is hard to tell which one actually had a surgery and became the opposite sex, but take a look for yourself, and we're going to talk to them right now, and we're going to ask them all the questions that we thought we want to ask them. They will decide the ones that they want to answer, but those are the questions. Some of the questions that we're going to ask them, they will decide if they want to answer such question. Okay, so let's welcome to the show. They call themselves the Slick Nico Twins. Now, welcome to the show. I'm not going to be saying anything else. You're going to be talking right now. It is all your show, so you can just take over from here until I'm ready to say something again. Thank you so much for coming.
Dang. Wait till you. Hey, how y'all doing? Thank y'all for being here. 46 amazing people come here to hear about our journey and our story. TR is amazing, even though he just left so quick. TR, there, he's there. We really appreciate it. We watching the chat now. I see a lot of blue and purple love. I see a lot of Slick Nico Twins. I see a lot of love, man, and that's what it's all about. Love is amazing. We started 2 months ago. Woo.
We did.
We started this 2 months ago. February the 13th is when It all started. It was the first
Was
day.
it the 13th? I think it was the 19th.
It was the 13th. I remember this day, and I will never forget this day.
It was the
It
13th.
was one day before Valentine's Day. That's love. That's a love day. I'm Slick,
And I'm sincerely Nick.
and we're Slick Nico twins. Cause I forgot to say that, and some of y'all might not know us, but we, like I said, started 2 months ago. I am, or no, it's me. I
It's
am.
you.
I am. I was born a female. I am transgender. I am the one who decided to live in my truth. And ever since that day, my life, man,
Right.
I don't think I can stop smiling, man. I've been the happiest I have ever been since that day. So, any questions? We watching. You know, we in the chat. We watching. It started, like I said, my 3 years ago was the first day I decided to transition. So 3 years from today is when it all happened. Or was it two? I'm so dang. I'm nervous. It was two. I'm sorry. It was 2 years ago.
I thought it was 3.
It was two. What's up, TR? Thank you. I can't hear TR. Can y'all hear him?
Yes, I actually turned my microphone off because I did not want to be a part of. I didn't want to interfere in what you have to say to the people. But if I should give you a little guide of how I would prefer you tell the story, I want you to tell from when. I want you to tell from when you start having a feeling that you were like, some people have the saying to say, I felt like I was trapped in the wrong body. I felt like I've been kind of like not what I'm supposed to be. So I want you to tell us, when did you start feeling like this, and when did you make it up in your mind? Well, we understand that 2 years ago you made the decision to make the start on this journey officially, but in your mind and in your thoughts, you've had this change a long time ago, because you are over 20 now. I'm not sure. I will leave you to say your age if you want to say it. Um, but I know you are over 20, and I remember talking to you earlier, and you said you remember as early as 15 years old, you started having, I mean 13 years old, you started having, that feeling like, why am I wearing a skirt? Why am I wearing a dress? Why am I wearing ribbons and clips and behaving like a female? I don't feel like that, so I need to be what I feel like. And so you made this decision to say, the best thing ever is to be what I think and feel and confident that I am, instead of to have a state of confusion in the mind, looking at myself and say, I don't feel comfortable with what I see, how I feel. And so you want to make this, because at the end of the day, I will say, um, your feelings are yours. Your
Yeah.
destiny is yours, and you are solely responsible for your destiny. You can't ask anybody any question. Should I do this? Should I do that? It's your life. At the end of the day, you want to be happy. At the end of the day, you want to live your life, because when I eat, it doesn't drop in your belly. And when I drink and when I feed myself and whatever I do in life, it does not impact you. So it means that whatever you do is what is going to impact you. So therefore, you have to do what you do to make you happy. So I want you to tell us, I want you to take a little 15 minutes, about 15 minutes, and tell us, when exactly did you start feeling the change in your body, and when you decide to make the change, did you confirm with your sister to say, hey, for some reason I'm feeling more male than female, and so I think I want to do this. What was her response? How did you decide to make the change to make both of you comfortable? Or did you think of what everybody else would think in terms of your families, your friends, and those who care for you? What did you feel? So tell us that story, and then at the end of that, I will ask the questions that most people would want to find out, and I will leave those that is uncomfortable to you, and let you tell whomever you want to tell when you want to tell.
Okay. Now, hey. So let's just start from the beginning.
Take
Okay.
it way back.
When did I feel that there was something different? I think I was 13, and my mom always say, "Hey, you never say anything about me in your stories." And my mom played a big role in everything in my life. My mom is my best friend. So at 13, I used to hide clothes. I would take my oldest brother clothes every day. I go to his room. I take some shorts. I take one of his shirts, and I hide it under the bed. And then I go to sleep, put it in my backpack, and try to hurry up and get out of the house when my mom saw me and check my backpack. Cause in my backpack, I was finna change at the top of it. I was about to change everything I had on. She just didn't know it at the top of the street so I can get on the bus. So at the age of 13, I was already feeling that there was something different. But at 13, all I knew was go to school, get good grades, and come home. And what we learned in school was nothing about gender or sex. We learned education. And then we had also, dare classes where you learn sex, but they never really said, hey, you're supposed to be attracted to this sex because of this. So I didn't know none of that. I just knew I wanted to be comfortable in some balling shorts. I wanted to shoot ball and play football. And I knew that I was the only female at the time out there with all the boys. My mom used to tell me, stop being rough before you get hurt. I wanted to get hurt. So at the age of 13, that's when I knew something. There was something I needed to get off my chest. And honestly, at 13, I told my mom, I said, Mom, I think
I told you, like, you just need to tell.
Yeah, you did. Okay.
I think we were sitting in the back seat, and I was like, just tell her.
No, I'm not saying anything.
And we were very scared.
Yeah, but I did. One day we got in trouble. And at this point, when you already in trouble, you just going to tell your mom. So I said, Mom, I don't care because I like females. But I thought that's what I was supposed to say. So I was like, I like females. And she's like, you like what? And that was it. She took all my clothes. She was like, no, that's not okay. You're not going to do this. She took anything that looked boyish, she took. Even shoes. I'm like, what am I supposed to walk in? She didn't care. But because she didn't understand it either. No one really understood it then. So then at 13, I thought that there was something wrong. So it just became something that we just continued to hide under the bed, in the closet, with my friends. It was something that I didn't speak about. Because even when I spoke about it, I felt like they was going to treat me like I supposed to hide away. So I tried to be normal. I tried to date boys and have boy crushes, but
it didn't work out. I think I was the only one at the time that accepted it, and it almost felt like it was us against everyone in middle school and school. And I did notice that Slick was hiding behind his friendships. All of these friendships that we still do have. Slick especially one of his best friends. I just feel like he wanted to tell somebody so bad, but the school we were in, everything seemed like it was against us. It was no way you would be able to just say, hey, this is me.
Yeah. But eventually, you guys, I think I was like, I'll say 17. 17 is when I just stopped hiding. Like, I just started wearing sweatpants and tank tops. And every day I'll go outside and I'll be shooting outside and I'll be outside playing. And I will see my mom watching me. And she's watching me, and I'm thinking she's watching me because I'm just out here shooting, trying to be the best on the court. But she's watching me because she's seeing what I was trying to tell her when I was 13. Mm-hmm. At a certain point, you're going to see it, and you're either going to accept it and love it, or you're going to end up losing the only thing that you love. And honestly, I haven't really talked about it. So you guys are going to feel emotion. Like TR said, you're going to feel my emotion because this is my life. But I haven't really talked about it. I was so afraid to lose my mom, but watching her watch me, I was like, man, my shot was like, I was cushioned because I felt like in that moment, she was accepting everything that I was doing. And she kept watching me and I kept smiling. And I was like, in that moment, I was like, man, it's okay to be myself because that person right there is smiling at me. So that's when I was like, all right, so everybody, when I felt that support and acceptance, I was like, man, I'm about to be who I am. I'm about to be me. And I thought me dressing like a boy was it. I was like, okay, I can wear my pants now. I wear my chain. I was fly, y'all. Y'all got to check out my pictures. I had my head on. I was feeling myself. Yeah. But that wasn't it. Because even after all of that, I was still unhappy. You know, I was like, I got everything I need now. My family supports me. I'm dressing like I want. I'm not hiding my clothes and what, but something still was missing. And it took me until I was 26 years old. And I haven't told you my age yet, but it took me till I was 29, 26, okay. It took me to 27 till I realized, hey, this is it. After everything, the only thing that's missing is what I feel like inside. It's not my clothes. It's not what I put on. It's not who's watching me. It's how I feel when I'm watching myself. So I stood in the mirror, and I remember this like yesterday. I took a makeup pen, and I normally females, they paint their eyes and you know they get all pretty. I took that makeup pen and I painted my face here. I just did this. And I got this picture on Facebook. I painted my face all over until there was like a full beard. And then I stood at myself and I was like, man. And that smile right there, it was like, it just completed me. Everything that I felt void filled me up. And in that moment, I realized that was what it was. What was missing was me. I'm not me. In clothes, I'm not me. Behind doors, I'm not me because I'm not living what I feel like. And I took the first step to talk to a therapist, and then I went to talk to my doctor. And once I transitioned, I took my medicine. That first shot, I felt like I could fly.
Well, let's back it back up really quick because no, you didn't call me. The moment you after you realized that this was what you wanted, I think you went to see the doctor first, and then you called me when you left. And it was tough for me. I think I called a few people like, oh my God, I cannot believe, one, you would do that without me. We didn't talk about it. And then I didn't know. I was like, what? It was something new. But it was the best thing because I don't even think I got the whole you until that moment. When you was happy, I felt it. So for a while, I didn't even know what was like that hurt in my life. I just kept like routine going. It just always this little darkness, and then it was just so much light. Like,
when did you feel your light?
That moment you smiled.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I never really like while she's speaking. I never realized like even in the video, we do have a video. It was our first video that we posted on our YouTube channel. It tells you guys our journey. It's called my FTM. Huh?
Go ahead.
Can you get some tissue? It's called my FTM. What's the video called?
Yeah, my FTM,
my trans,
my identical twin.
My identical twin. It's the third video on our page, but I really never realized how she felt until that moment, and even till now in this moment, because I was so happy that I was finally able to live the life that I've seen so many years that everything else was like a blur. And it wasn't because I was being selfish. It was because I was so overwhelmed with joy that's been here so long. And to feel that emotion, I kind of just got lost in the moment. But in that moment, like I felt like everyone should be happy because the love that I've always given to everyone, I finally was able to give to myself. So I forgot to say, hey, hey, my beautiful twin sister, I'm no longer your twin sister. I'm your twin brother. Will you still accept me the same way?
I think you know.
I just felt like it was natural. Like she's my best friend. Without her, like you guys see us all the time together. So without her, I wouldn't be me. It wouldn't be Slick or a Sin without Ronnie and Thea. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I was like, yeah, she's gonna love me. She's not hurting. She doesn't care that we can't go to the same bathrooms or we can't
have the same friends, secret.
Have the same friends or now for honestly, y'all, this is what bothers me. I ain't talking about
you about to say that.
And she told me to be short, but I can't. That's not my nature. When they have girls' night, and they be like, only girls, I'm like, oh, don't do this. I'm going to your girls' night.
And you. It's always girls.
Yeah, we're not finna split up with this one. You need to say girls / my brother's night because I got to be there to protect you. And I also got to be there to see your best friends. So this is a girls and us night. So put a plus us on there.
Yeah.
But honestly, that's when I realized so much stuff was different between us. And one day I went to her house with her best friend, and both of them was looking at me differently. And I was like, okay, now these people been looking at me for 20 some years. Why are they looking at me different now? And it took that their look to realize I've changed.
Yeah.
But I couldn't realize I was changing. I felt good, but I didn't realize what people saw until I saw them see me. And then it wasn't because I had a beard. It's because I changed. But I changed because I finally was able to feel everything I've wanted to feel, and I didn't even realize I was changing. I thought I was still me. Like even my voice was changing, and I didn't know it. And then when I got facial hair, and everybody was like, "Wow, that was it." TR,
Thank you, TR. You saved me from all these tears.
I don't even know if you have any questions.
Continue. This is too beautiful. I just want to sit and listen. I just pull it up just to know you, to let you know that I'm still here listening, but I'm not trying to say anything. I want you to continue to say what you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah, that's I've changed so much in the moments, and me and her has been, it's been us all the way. Like my mom has been there every step of the way. My father hasn't been there too much.
He's coming around.
He's finally coming around. You know, he did say, all my life I called you Ronnie, but you're gonna force me to call you Ron. And to me, that was some kind of coming around, you know, because my dad is tough. A lot of people know, like, it's hard to be yourself when somebody wants you to be something else, you know. And definitely when it comes to when you're trans or transgender, either female, male, female, it's tough because there's people who love you because you were their son, or you are their daughter, you are their football player, or you're their cheerleader. So to take that from them, it's like you're ripping their pride, you're ripping everything, all of their dreams to live your own dream. So I'm sure when I decided to transition and become a male, my father wasn't happy, and he looked at me and was like, "What's on your face?" Man, he's a professional barber. He sees everything, and I don't even think I had anything on my face, but he saw it, and I was like, and then like I was like, man, that's it, you know. That's when I realized that I'm forced to either live my life for me or live my life for my family. And in that moment, I said, Dad, I'm transgender. I'm a male now, and I would hope you could consider me your son.
Was it hard to choose you over the acceptance of our family?
Yeah, it was tough, man. It's definitely tough to choose me over my family because I chose them for so long. But when is it okay to choose yourself, you know? So I chose me, and I lost a lot of family, and I lost a lot of friends, but I gained true love from my twin, my mother, my niece, and you guys. Yeah. So I thank y'all.
Oh, TR.
Oh, it's crazy.
I can be the only one. I can't be the only one crying today.
I'm trying to be tough.
Yeah.
I see a question in the chat. How hard was that? It's still hard. You guys might can't tell, but I'm trying to hold back tears.
I can tell.
I'm probably the toughest one in the family, but it's hard. It's hard knowing that because I'm family orientated. My family means everything to me. To know that you lost someone because you chose something, not because it was out of your control. Yeah, it makes you kind of second guess everything, but
you got it.
If it's meant to be, it will be. They'll either come around stronger or come around understanding. But either way, they'll come around, and I believe that. So he might not love what I do, but he'll understand it, and he'll love me because he understands.
Yeah. Well, we love him. We love him.
Okay.
You are lucky to have a twin.
You have said some things that I find quite profound. And one of the things that I find really profound, and many people struggle to do these things in these days and age, and it has affected their lives. They have lived a life of depression. Some have lived a life of lies, and some have lived a life where they feel lost. Now, what you've said that felt so deep, so profound, is the fact that you said when were you able to choose you? There has to come a time when you choose you. Now, for me as a person who is a professional and I've studied over the years, for me who give counsel to couples or to say married couples or just people who are dating or whatever. Now, what I used to one of my encouragement that I used to say to people is that everybody should take the first 25 years of their lives and focus on themselves. You're supposed to be as selfish as possible growing up. And when I say this, I mean a case where while you're in the care of your parents, you're supposed to allow them to care for you and you're supposed to focus on building yourself for what you want to become in the near future. Now, when you become like 25 and 26 and you choose your partner, then your partner becomes first. So, for instance, your partner, whether it be boy, girl, male, female, whatever your partner is, your partner, for you to have a relationship that works efficiently, what you need to do is to choose and respect your partner first and then yourself and vice versa. So the woman respect the man first, the man respect the woman first, and think about your partner first before you think about yourself. And that is what happened when you start a relationship. Now, when the relationship has developed, you and your partner becomes secondary when a child comes in. So your child now become first. Your main focus is on your child, and everything that you do, you have to make sure that your child live. You have to make sure that your child survive. You have to make sure that your child, even if you're going to die to make your child live, your child comes first. So that's what it is when I'm doing my little sessions of, encouraging people. But what you said just now is really touching because many people has not chosen themselves. And what really happened today, there's a thing that I used to call, I'm not sure if you know of the name like this, but in the Bible it is written as sepulcher. A sepulcher is a grave. And in a grave or outside a grave looks all beautiful with flowers on the top, all painted in colors. But on the inside, there are just bones and worms and stench and all these things. Now, this is actually, believe it or not, some people these days walking around, they are beautiful on the outside, but on the inside, it's a total mess. Now, if you can allow your inside to match your outside, or if you can live your life from the inside, and then your outside will be a reflection of inside, then you are more a beautiful person. Now, I have a few questions before you finish your story, but what I want to say, I realize your sister is very emotional, and I am wondering if for a minute, if there is any level of jealousy that you would like to be, let's say a brother and a brother as opposed to a sister and a brother. Are you considering to be maybe a brother soon? I'm just.
Yeah. I like how you put that. No. No, I'm very happy with my brother and myself. It was harder to deal with. Now it's just accepting and advocating for him because everyone isn't so happy about it. Everyone isn't smiling with us or crying with our story. A lot of people don't like it. So it's just being here with all the shots that's coming our way. So.
Okay. Another question that I would like to ask is, being little girls growing up in your mother's and your father's home, and you girls could go to the bathroom whenever you want and have a shower and everything is all right. Um, do you have any awkwardness now? Like if your sister goes to the bathroom and do you feel comfortable to walk in there knowing that both of you've had a good friendship, you you know each other well, you are best friends. Does it feel uncomfortable to be in the bathroom at home while she is in the bathroom? Is it okay for her to change? Because when you get no, I'm saying this. When you get used to a person, you walk out of the bathroom naked and you walk across the room, you put your clothes on, you don't really give a damn because this person they have seen you in all your glory all the time. So is it any awkward? Is there any awkwardness when you both are like let's say, trying to be naked in the same room. How does that feel? How do you, both of you, how do you feel about the situation?
Well, just recently, because we're at Slick's house now, and he has a nice little condo for a bachelor with one bathroom. So I get open the door. We got to get ready for TR show. You in the shower. I need to use the bathroom. I need to get ready. Nothing about me has changed. I still look the same. So I just be in there. I think at first when he started his transition, I do remember this, and I think it was not because of me. It was more because you were getting used to it.
Yeah.
But now, no, we be, you know,
I,
we share space.
honestly, it's like the best of both worlds. If I could put it in any sense, it's the best of both worlds because for 26 years of my life, I was with her, and so anything that she sees now, if she can't accept it now, it's something's wrong with her. Because after 26 years, it's just like someone getting bigger. You could. This person could be like so small, and then after 3 years of happiness, they blow up. If you can't look at them after they blow up, something's wrong with you? So no matter what, no matter my change from female, male, she's still my biggest supporter. She's still the only person that I go to when I need anything. So if I say, "Hey, how's my chest?"
We looking good too.
I'm looking for her opinion because it's the only thing that matters. So I would never feel uncomfortable around my best friend. Now, do I cover up quicker? Yes. I grab the towel faster because it's just mentally I'm like, okay, all right, what's up, sis? What you doing? And I give her privacy, but it's not because I'm uncomfortable. It's just because I feel like that's what I'm supposed to do.
You're right. Don't want to see all. You're right.
Whatever.
No, you guys are two amazing individual, and I want to say before the level of discomfort with yourself, being a girl. So I think if I'm listening clearly or I'm following the story clearly, is that you already felt awkward about yourself being a girl. No, oh sorry, you weren't hearing me so well.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay. I
sorry,
thought
sorry.
it was just me. I didn't want to cut you off, but I couldn't hear anything. You might got to start over, Tia.
Yes, I'm sorry about that. I forgot that I had my volumes down. All right, so let me just say that again. So, I've been wondering quite a few things, and I'm trying to make sure that I present everything as respectful as ever, and I'm trying not to cross any lines or any boundaries of any of that sort. But when I think about you, if I was following your story well from the beginning, excuse me, I remember you saying that you felt uncomfortable with yourself first as an individual. Now, so before you had a likeness for the same sex, if I may say that, because at some point you realized that you like girls as opposed to boys. And we understand where that is coming from. But if I may understand properly, you actually had a problem with yourself first being a girl before you thought that you actually find your sex attractive. You find girls attractive. It was first yourself that you felt uncomfortable with, and then all right. So with that being said, um in terms of moving forward with your life, um how does I'm not sure if you met your love before the change or you met your love after the change. When you should tell your love about the change and what you were before, who you are now, what you want to be. Do you want to get married? Do you want to have or get or adopt children? How does that area of life impact you as an individual or impact the relationship? How do you resolve the questions and the everything that surrounds that whole thing? How do you resolve it?
Oh, honestly, that's an amazing question, TR. That question is probably the top question that I hear all the time.
Or that you ask yourself.
So if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna break it down. Um, when I am dating, because I am dating, not because I found my love. I haven't found my love. I thought I did, but I didn't. That's life. That's the first thing I say. They already should. If they know, I ensure they know. It's not like an awkward silence here. It's just like, um, hey, I don't say, hey, my name is Slick. I'm trans. No, we have a conversation, and then once the conversation evolves, because I don't think it should be about sex, gender. I don't think it should be about that. I think in life you should meet someone and enjoy their presence, enjoy their conversation, enjoy who they are, and in the process of getting to know someone, you realize where you're gonna go. And with that being said, before that night ends, they're gonna know that I was born a female and I'm now a male, and not because of my private areas or the fact that I used to have chest or I don't, because that's who I am. And where are we going here? I would like to date. I would like to take you places and get to know you. I would like to laugh with you. I would like to travel the world with you. I would like to just be a human being in your presence. Now, whatever that is, you know, it's up to you. If you accept me for being trans and you want to further this, we can. If not, we can just be, a part of each other's journey and part of each other's lives. But it has yet to affect me. Me being trans or me was born a female. I haven't had problems with dating, and honestly, I've only dated females who never dated a female before. So I
You
don't.
used to it.
I'm used to it. I've always dated straight women. So these women, I'm like their first time, first experience, first everything.
Have you ever been rejected?
I don't know. No, yes. No. She cute.
Well, rejection is hard for everybody. Do you think you'll be able to deal with rejection if someone said, you know what, I can't date you as against my religion, or I can't date you, my parents would kill me, or stuff like that? Would you? And what if you really like that person?
That probably would. That is a good question too.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, that probably would affect me a lot. It'd probably take me back to the place where I felt trapped at. Honestly, where I felt like something was wrong with me, and if it does take me to that place, I already know how to deal with it because I already got. I'm here now, so I don't know. I don't know.
Yes.
Okay, I have something to say. So far, I've had one disagreement so far. I've had one disagreement of everything that has been said. So far, I have only come across one disagreement, and so let me say, first of all, let me say, I have to compliment you both because there is something about most of us human beings. There are many people who would want to be like you, to be living the life of your dreams and to don't even give a damn who accept or not accept you. You just know that you're living your life and you're happy with your life, and so who cares what others think? You're happy, and that's what means the most. I mean, that's what is more meaningful of anything else that is going to happen in your life. That your comfort is should be at the front of the page. The first page of the book should start with your comfort, and then you continue into the book. But if I should talk about my disagreement, the only disagreement is the part where you say, when you're dating, then it's not about the sex. I mean, it's not about your gender when you're dating. I am afraid that I cannot agree with that part because, and it doesn't mean that your opinion doesn't matter. It stands and it means a lot. It means a lot. That's what you think. That's what you learned. That's, what you believe in. But when it comes on to me from a professional standpoint, one has to know when it comes on to gender, because the gender is really the deciding factor when you're stepping into a relationship. Like, for instance, you are looking for girls. The only way that this part of your life is going to be fulfilled is if the gender is being accepted from the beginning of the relationship. The worst thing that you would not want to happen to you right now is for another transgender to come across you, and this was a boy who is trying to be a girl, and then you both meet, and upon reaching at your home and you're going to, have a cup of tea or coffee, or you're going to have a drink or a slice of cake, and then he tells you, well, honey, really and truly, I'm a boy and I have a banana, and you're not going to feel comfortable because you really are looking forward to a girl and not a boy. So sex, the gender actually does matter. And but the fact is that you want to make sure that when you accept somebody for who they are at the beginning, then this does not become a problem in the end. So that's what I want to say about that little section right there. But in moving forward, oh, you want to say something?
Yes, because he didn't say that he wasn't. He said in the beginning he's not going to be like, "Hey, my name is Slick, I'm trans." He said that he would tell by the end of that date, and I'm sure that that date doesn't go to the house because I know my brother. But you know, when meeting somebody, I don't just be like, "Well, hey, do you got a or a small or." I don't ask questions. If I'm enjoying somebody, I'm enjoying somebody. You don't even know if you're going to date them tomorrow. So he did say in the beginning, that's not what's important. But he does actually let it be known really quickly that day, actually.
Yeah, they know. My truth is transparent. I think that's why people love me so much. Because I don't hide. Only thing I hid was when I was younger. I never hid that I was born a female and I'm trans. My I just that wasn't my opening topic. Yeah. But before it was over, that date or who I'm talking to, they knew and they had the choice to continue or to not. I didn't lose anything from that. Only thing I would lose is my time. If they decided to stay with me, then I just gained another day. But it's not that I hide anything. It's just not my opening topic. That's just how I'm learning how to date. Remember you guys, this is 3 years. I'm fairly new to dating. I'm fairly new to living this life. So I'm even learning how to shave. I never knew how to shave my beard. I never knew that I would go bald right here. I never knew that my back had the ability to grow hair to my ears. Like, it's a lot of stuff that I did not know. And now that I'm learning everything, I'm also learning how to date and how to approach females again. Because before I was trans, me dating was easy. But now it is different, Tiara, and that's a great question. I don't know. So my opening topic isn't I'm trans, but somewhere between it will be because that's who I am.
Okay, understood. So there was a misunderstanding of what you were saying. So you're basically saying that in the meeting of a person, or the first thing, you're not going to say, hey, you, I'm a transgender.
Yeah.
That is not going to be the first thing out there, because. But then again, that's not something that you have to say in the beginning. But
Yeah.
somebody had said, well, there was a let me see if I can bring it back up on the screen, because
Okay.
somebody said something, and this Chase Hunger is saying the person matters more than the gender. Gender shouldn't play a factor in love. Gender is fluid. Um, if I should address that, I'm not sure if you've ever been to my chat before, but what I say, this could have something to do with it, but not totally. You have not explained it exactly how. But if you've been to my show, you would know that there's a little bit of support from me in what you've said. And what I've said is that you, the individual, is not your body. Your body is a transportation system for who you are. So you are a spirit being. You are that individual that is being transported in your body as the transportation system. So your body is not you, and you are not your body. However, you know, the gender is a part of your transportation system. It's a part of your what you live in. So you live in your body as the person. So I can definitely understand the person matters more than the gender. Yes, you as the individual, you as the spirit being, you as that entity matters more than your body. Your body is actually third in the lineup of your being. So if I should talk about your being, you entered into this sphere as spirit, soul, and body. That's how you appeared on this plane, on Earth's plane. You came here first as a spirit, and then your spirit needed a soul to bear record of what your spirit will be doing, or the transaction that will be taking place in your spirit. And then there now you need a body so that your spirit can be activated on Earth's plane, because without a body your spirit could not hold on to anything, your spirit could not manifest anything. But because of your body, now you can touch your sister and say, hey, I'm actually sitting right here beside you. Without a body, you could not do that. So that's where the body and the gender and the what of you comes in. So that's actually a great point. Just that it need a little more explanation so someone else could understand what you're saying. Because if you just leave it like that, somebody will be like, "What are you talking about? Of course, gender matters," and so forth and so on. Now there is something that I admire with you. What's your name, by the way, if you don't mind saying?
Sincerely, Nick.
Sincerely, Nick. All right, let's address you as Sincerely, Nick. Now, there is something that I admire about Sincerely, Nick. Now, for those who don't know, Jamaica is a very homophobic country in which I was born. And back in the day, as long as somebody tried to be something else, we are ready to demolish them, to curse them, to see them and to judge them and all that. I am no longer the person that is going to be your judge. Sorry, I'm not going to judge you. Your life is your life. You choose what you choose. You live the way you want to live, because I am living the life that I want, and I wouldn't want somebody to say, hey, you need to have a man in your life, blah, blah, blah. So I live the life that I want to live. So therefore, you have to live the life you want to live as well. Anyway, what I really want to say is that me saying that Jamaicans are very homophobic, you know, for instance, I've seen many girls that behaves like men. And even though they try to behave like men, they still look like a girl. And so somebody like me would probably still date a girl who tries to be a man, but she's not a man. Now, when I look at you from the first time I saw you, the thoughts would never cross my mind that, you know what? I probably give you a chance. When I look at you, I see a man. There's nothing on you that suggests you are anything like a woman. There's nothing that suggests that you even were a woman. In fact, when I watched your video and I saw the word, transgender in the title, I was like, "Oh my God, I didn't know she was a man before." So I thought your sister was the was the trans was the transgender. I could never imagine for a minute that you were actually the
Well,
transgender. Are you saying something?
no, go ahead.
Well, yeah, I do. Before I forget, because I'm very forgetful. That's bad. But I'm gonna pick up what you said. You said in Jamaica, you seen a lot of females that behave like men, and when you look at them, you say, "Yeah, I probably still give them a chance." Well, it's a difference. A lot of people don't. Some people may not know, but it's a difference. It is considered a stud. A stud is someone who is butch or who carries themselves like a man, but they still are women. They want to be addressed as a woman. They want to still be treated like a woman. They just feel more comfortable in that demeanor and wearing those clothes. They are just considered the dominant in that relationship. I am not that. I was that growing up, but I am transgender, which is considered a now male. So when you see me, you're gonna see me as a man because that's what I am. I'm not that female, feminine person anymore because I transitioned. So that's the difference. That's why when you did see me, you're not gonna see me as that, because I took the extra step. But if I didn't, I had feminine features. My face wasn't really hard. I was, in their words, I was beautiful. I just had a shortcut and words start, comfortable clothes.
Well, I
So
think
there's that's just a thin line between, the behavior of what you're seeing and what you're seeing now. It's just different. So hopefully you see me as a man because that's what I am.
well, I think he's saying you transitioned well. Like,
Yeah, he did say that
yeah.
to me. He's right. I did.
Yeah,
I appreciate you.
and if I may
Uh oh.
just say even further, I've
Can't
seen
hear you, T.
oh, oh. Sorry about that. Sorry about that again.
Okay.
I've seen many people who transition from being the opposite sex to the next, but I don't remember that I've seen anyone who transitioned so well, especially from girl to being a boy. I've seen the boys transition very well to be, a beautiful girl, somebody that, any man would look at. But I've not seen a girl yet that have transitioned so well the way you have. Now, there is another thing that I want to say about a transgender couple that I've met years ago, and for me, those were the two most amazing transgender that I've met in my entire life. And why I say these two were immaculate is that there was a man, there was this guy who transitioned from being a man to a woman. And then there was the man that transitioned from being a man, from being a woman to a man, vice versa. But guess what happened? Even though they tried to transition, they still had their original reproductive organ just the same. And what happened in that union, because both of them actually met and become a couple. These two people met and become a couple, and guess what happened? The man was actually carrying the child. The man got pregnant and was now carrying the child. And then, it was awkward. People were wondering, what is going on over there? Because the man is carrying the child, the lady's going to work and, protecting the home and the whole 9 yard. And I was like, what the ABCDF is going on over there? Because the man is carrying the child, but for some reason I found that situation, unique, and for some reason I found it attractive because this was two people who felt awkward in their self, and they actually, it's like the universe brought them together and they accepted each other so well, and the union was a perfect one. So I will say, whatever, those people, they live their lives and they're happy. And but I'm just happy that you found life. I'm not too diving into the Bible tonight, because if I should dive into the Bible, then there's going to be a lot of disagreement.
Yeah, that's a different topic. It's a beautiful story, but definitely a different topic. It's very topical. The chat will go crazy if we, it'll be so many opinions, and that's amazing. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah. So I'm going to keep the show what it is. I'm not going to change the topic. I'm not going to go any further. But we have come to the 1 hour mark, and there have been a lot of questions in the chat that may have been overlooked. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to give two persons, I'm going to give at least two people the chance to come up here and ask questions. But let me warn you first before anybody come on up here, because as soon as you come up here, I'm going to take you off of here. If you ever come up here and you are disrespectful to these two amazing beings, I'm going to drop the link so you can come up and ask them questions if you would love to ask them questions. And if you want to bless them, give them a blessing of any sort, you will be given the chance. But please, 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 I'm asking you to be respectful as much as possible. This is a professional show, even though we are just YouTubers. I am trying to make this a professional platform so we can air this thing to any particular audience without having been flagged by, any particular group or people. So please be respectful. I'm going to be dropping the link in the chat. And while we're dropping the link in the chat, please remember that the link to these amazing people is in the description of this video. If you want to go and watch the surgery, and if you want to watch the transition and the whole works, it's available on their page. And please keep their link in the stream for those who want to connect to Slick Nico Twins. The link is in the stream. Connect to them. They are now monetized. Do not skip their ads. Watch them. And when you go over there, please donate as much as you can. If you have $500, please to donate it. 1,000. It is well accepted and appreciated. All right. And then I'm going to put up some picture of their journey on the screen so you can see. So while we drop the link in the chat, let me just go ahead and do that. I'm going to drop the link in the chat, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take 2 to 3 people to say what you have to say, and I'm going to play a song while I put some of these pictures on the screen. Let me just play the song again. It's a beautiful song. This song is called Come Stay With Me, and there are 2 people that are loving to each other. They are best friends, and they are just awesome people. So let's go ahead with this song, and we will be right with you right after the song.
She was definitely out of my league. Never thought I had a chance. Tonight it's gonna be a different experience. You're just so beautiful. You're simply wonderful. Even though I try to stay real cool, there's a fire burning deep inside. Whatever you want to do, no rush, cause we've got all night. You're just so beautiful. Simply wonderful. I want you to stay with me. Let's make it last all through the night. I hope that I'm not dreaming. With you, I'll take my time. Baby, come stay with me. Feels like the start of something new. You show me the true meaning of love. I wanna make it with you. Come stay with me. Is it the way you move your hips when you're dancing close to me? Is it the wine that we just sent? We can't deny this energy. It feels so beautiful. Simply wonderful. Baby, come stay with me. Let's make it last all through the night. I hope that I'm not dreaming. With you, I'll take my time. Baby, come stay with me. Feels like the start of something new. You show me the true meaning of love. I wanna make it with you. Come stay with me. Ooh. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. You're just so beautiful. Simply wonderful. So baby, come stay with me. I hope that I'm not dreaming. No. Baby, come stay with me. You show me the true meaning of love. I wanna make it with you. Oh, baby. Oh, I wanna make it with you. We gonna do it right. Come stay with me. Come stay with me.
All right. Stay with me, the name of the song. And this evening we're vibing to the one called Slick Nico Twins. They are 2 amazing people, and they are on the they're on the panel right now. We want to welcome our new guest. His name is Derrick C. Williams. I call him the second coming of Marcus Garvey. He's coming in to make his little remark or to, ask a question or 2. But let's welcome him to the show. Derrick C. Williams, welcome to the show, sir.
Shout out and respect due to the one called in. Soldier for job TR980X. How are you, sir?
I am doing pretty well. Thank you very much.
All right, well, we have a little bit of a delay, so I have to apologize for that. I'm sitting on the floor because I had to put the charger in because I got like 10% on the phone. Not good.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
Strong.
Yeah, well here, let me take this. Hopefully you can see me a little bit better. Yeah, shout out and respect due to the twins. How are you?
Thank you, Derrick. We doing good. How you doing?
I'm well. Thank you for asking.
Appreciate you, Derrick.
Yes, sir. I'm doing yes, sir, and yes, ma'am. I'm doing well. Um, I would say for myself again, I think everyone has the right to exist. I kind of push back. I'm a heterosexual male, and me personally, I don't see. I To me, I think that science has a way of intervening with nature.
Mm.
I'll put it like that. And I just wonder what a person 100 years ago would do with regards to actually changing their sexuality or their sexual gender or what they call today gender reassignment, things like that. And so for me, I often wonder that question. Um, from what I've been looking into, because this is a fascinating topic for myself. I've always wondered, based off what the science says, is that if the hypothalamus is deviated any type of way, your sexuality may be deviated, that type of thing. A whole bunch of deep stuff. But be that as it may, you are who you are. So I give you that. But I have a 15-year-old daughter, and she goes to a Catholic school. Never mind that. Throw that out the table because that none of that matters. Because the fact is that she's come back to tell me, Daddy, I have girls that like girls. And I also have girls that not only like girls, but they like guys too. So in the hip hop parlance, they call that being a switch hitter. It's somebody that I follow on YouTube now. She is a self-described switch hitter. I did a video a few months back called CC Telfer, the girl next door. CC Telfer was born biologically a man, but she had gender reassignment. And now CC Telfer is a female who is dominating track and field. And you having a lot of women that were born female having a serious issue with the fact that you have men that are now going into the women's realm and dominating sports. You may have heard of the MMA fighter that actually cracked the skull of a female opponent because they were biologically a man, but because they had gender reassignment, they are now female. And so you have all this stuff on the table. Again, this is not a knock on you at all. I think you should go on and live your life. Cause Derrick living his. I just came from out in the park. Folks say I ain't supposed to be out in the park because I ain't supposed to social distance. I don't believe in none of that. I'm on top of everybody. You feel me? So same deal. But I just kind of find it it's an interesting topic. And I would just simply say you go ahead on and live your life. But I do have a whole bunch of questions that I know that it's not for you to answer. We'll find out all these things in the fullness of time. But long as you live in your life, bless your heart. But I know for myself, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I'm the dog that dog don't hunt to me, that type of thing. So that's pretty much all I want to say. And bless you and continue to live your best life. That's all. Salute to you. As a matter of fact, your name sounds very familiar. I think I've seen y'all on YouTube somewhere. But the sick Nico twins. I know that name from somewhere. I just can't call it from where I remember.
Well, thank you so much, Derrick. Dropping that knowledge. I mean, even listening to it, just taking it in. It's much bigger than what we want to do. It's really the whole world coming and play. And like I said, some incidents aren't so great, and it's going to take knowledge, understanding, and way a lot more of these talks. So I do thank you for dropping that knowledge here with us today.
Yes, ma'am.
I appreciate you, Derrick. Thank you for calling in.
All right,
Shout out
look,
to
you,
you guys.
and I'm sure real quick to the gentleman, I'm sure you gonna hear all kind of crazy stuff. I really ain't with all that, man. Look, you live your life, man. Fuck all them other people. Live your life. But I just know that folks, that's just how folks get down. That's just how folks get down. We have a great capacity for good, but we also have a great capacity for evil. And I would just say, in my opinion, ignore and override. All right.
You the man, Derrick. I appreciate that,
We
man.
needed that.
Thank you for that love and support.
All right. Shout out and respect due to both of y'all. TR and Eric X. I'm gonna see you when you next stream. All right.
Amazing. Thank you, Derrick.
Okay, brother.
Yo,
All right.
appreciate
Y'all
it.
take care. Salute.
All right, Derrick. All right, so before we take our next guest, there's also another question that I want to ask before we take our next guest on the panel. Now, I've asked this beautiful lady. First of all, I find you're so beautiful, and I don't know what you did before you come on here, but you look like an angel right now. Now I asked you before if you were jealous that your sister became a brother, and if you wanted to maybe be your brother. But let me ask you, what is your sexual preference? If I'm allowed to ask you, do you prefer girls as well? Is it two twins? Is it a twin that wants two girls to be in the family, or do you go for the opposite sex? What is the situation there?
Well, it's both. Um,
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I love you.
they call it bisexual.
That's what
Why
they
would
call
you
it.
laughing?
Because he said it was called something, a switch hitter.
Derrick,
Derrick, are you in the chat?
don't get Derrick back
Derrick
on the
said it
line.
was a switch hitter. I'm using that. It was funny. I ain't never heard that before. Back with Derrick Fun, it's called a switch hitter. But go ahead.
I'll be that.
Okay.
It's me. Come back, Tiara. That's it.
Come on, come back to
Okay. I just want to tell you that you're very beautiful. You're very beautiful, though. Very beautiful lady. All right, we're gonna
Thank you.
take on here. We're gonna take one more person. Well, two more persons. We have person down there, so we're gonna take the first one. We have Be Amazing Silvia. Welcome to the panel. Thank you for coming to the TR show. Be Amazing Silvia. The people. Be Amazing Silvia.
Hello, TR. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Just want to say, you're doing good things, and we appreciate you, TR. We truly, truly, the YouTube nation appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Um, okay, I'm Be Amazing Sylvia, everyone. What's up, Slick Nico twins? How
Hey,
y'all doing?
Sylvia.
I just
Good.
want to say, we've been rocking together for a minute, and
Yeah.
y'all always have been really cool. But to be honest, Slick, I did not know you were a female originally. I truly did not know till I played your playlist. Then I was like, oh wow. I really didn't know, but I did not judge you. I did not look at you any differently. I still, rock with you guys. I think you guys are amazing. But you got to live your life for you. Like you said, you have to take control of you. And, at the end of the day, you have to make yourself happy. So I congratulate you and sincerely Nick, because you guys are doing a good thing. It's a lot of people out here who are afraid to come out there, to be who they are, to truly, truly say, hey, this is me. Accept me for who I am. And it's people who are afraid to do this. And you guys are just putting it on this pedestal and y'all just letting it shine. So y'all shine, rock on, do you, do you. And if somebody don't like it, too bad. I mean, you have to live your life. You cannot please the world. I promise you. It's not going to change things or make anything better. You have to live your life for you. But I do have a question.
Go ahead.
I know you said you were dating and you date females. So once you find someone to accept you and you get married, are you guys going to have kids? And when you have kids, will you let your kids know how you started life?
Well, to put this out here, and I don't like talking about the past, but I was once married. I was married for 7 years, and we had 2 kids. In the process of that, the kids were only 4
I can't
and
hear.
2. Can y'all hear us?
Uh-oh.
Can y'all hear us? No, yes, no.
Is this thing on?
TR's frozen.
Um,
Okay, I can hear now. I couldn't hear you at first.
Okay, yeah. Well,
this is
I'm gonna skip to the point. Yes, I was previously married before for 7 years. We did separate. We had shared kids together. They didn't know because they were too young. But when, because I am going to get married again, and we will have kids because that's what I want. It will be my egg. She will carry my kid, and my kids will know because I want them to accept the world for what it is and not to be judgmental. So it will start with me, and from there I will show love, and hopefully they feel the love and love for who people are, not what they are.
Okay.
Hold on, Sylvia. Hold on, Sylvia. Before you jump back in here, um, you were married. Was this to a man, a woman? Did you have the children?
A woman. Yeah, I only dated boys when I was like 10.
that don't count.
They were just to cover up, and I didn't even date them then. I just when I knew. This is boring. But 10, 11, 12, 13, then that was it. So my preference is women, and I only date women. Never have I dated a trans woman yet. That's a different topic, but I'm not biased. It's just right now I've only dated women who were originally born as a woman.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I got.
Okay. Well, I don't have any more questions.
Okay. All right. So thank you for your time, Sylvia, because we have some people waiting in the chamber there. So we're gonna take somebody else. Thank you so much for your input and thank you for coming on and thank you for being an amazing royal family member. Thank you so much.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Y'all take care. Be blessed.
Thank you. Appreciate
Thank
All
you.
right. No
you.
problem. All right, we're going to welcome our next. We're going to welcome our next panelist, but before we jump into that, I want to take this time out to say thank you, everybody that is in the chat. Thank you so much for coming in. We have Chase Hunger in the building, Nikki, SRK family, Amy Codival. We have Isabella Liba, Unstoppable. Thank you, Angela M. Thank you for being here. We have Jay Sean Senna. Thank you for being here. We have Cheryl Freeman. Oh, Cheryl Freeman. Thank you so much for becoming a member or renewing your membership. Thank you so much. We also have Akira. Akira Hanley, thank you for coming. We have Lady Melly, thank you for coming. Raven Brown, thank you for coming. Guys, by the way, I am not sure if we had any super chat donations. If there was any and I missed it, I don't remember seeing any. But if there was any and I missed it, please, I apologize. I thank you if there was any. I don't see any, but if there was any, I thank you. And I want to say to everybody in the chat, Leah Royalty, we have Renee Riley in the building. Thank you for coming. We have Just Beautiful Doll. Thank you for coming. I see SF Rose, Latrice Black, Scholzy Wolsey. I see Alisa Anderson in the building. I see also Tony Damien. Thank you all for coming in. And without further ado, we're going to take our next panelist. If I missed your name, sorry. Sorry, I will see you again. We have Sincerely Nick in the chat. That's the person on the panel right here, right now. We also have Ashlyn Janae. Ashlyn Janae. We also have Jay Swish in the building. Thank you. Yeah, Swish. Let me just say Swish. Thank you for coming. All right, we're going to take Aisha. Aisha is the next person on panel. Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming in. Aisha, welcome to the show. The TR show. Here is Aisha. Aisha, here is the TR show.
Hi guys, is in the TR show. Do y'all have an echo? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. So I want to say first of all, thank you for sharing your story. Very brave, very courageous. I hope that more people take that from you so that we can change the world. Y'all, I'm looking a mess today. So that we can change the world. It takes awareness. It takes being willing to have these conversations, being willing to be transparent. So I appreciate you guys for that.
I guess we've lost Aisha, so we're gonna wait until she comes back. I think we've lost her. So we're gonna wait until she fix her issues over there. I want to say thank you sincerely, Nick, for that 1999. It's the first of tonight, and I want to thank you for the first donation of tonight. It is crazy that the panelist is who is donating to the show. You actually should just sit and enjoy the show. You know what you're talking about donating to the tier show. But thank you though. It is much appreciated. I don't drink coffee, but I probably can get a cup of coffee tomorrow, and something. I can use it to do something. So thank you very much, and I want to say again, welcome to everybody in the chat so far. I'm not sure if Aisha is going to solve her problem and come back on, but we're going to wait to see because we want to hear what she had to say. But until then, we are actually wrapping up. Is there any questions that you've seen in the chat that you want to address? Or is there any missing statement that you want to fill in right now? Or is there anything that you want to say to anybody? Do you want to give somebody a shout out? If you have a particular person that you want to give a shout out to, when you give I'm going to give you the opportunity to shout out three people, and we will drop those three links in the stream. So mods, get ready. As soon as these three people are being shouted out by the twins, you drop their links in the stream. Thank you very much.
Wow.
I must kick it off just right. My daughter is here in the chat, babyface Kai Kai. I love her to death. I'm so happy she's here. She's my heart, my fan, my number one fan, but his biggest fan, and she loves us dearly. So she is just an image of us. She's so well grounded. She's so manable. She's so loving. She has a heart of gold. So babyface Kai Kai is my shout out.
All right. I want to shout out everyone in the chat because I can't pick. I never can. I won't. I won't pick three. I will not. TR, I'm leaving that to you. Take that pressure off of me. But I want to thank everyone who's here. All 56 of you guys are amazing. Um, support, no support, 76 likes, 3 dislikes. It all counts. It all matters. I want to tell everyone here, never be afraid to be who you are and be who you are every day of your life and put your best self forward because you never know what path you're leading and who's following you. So shout out to you guys and much love to everyone and definitely you TR. You was the first chat that I ever came in and that moment is why I'm here and I thank you.
Okay, no problem. I want to say you're welcome, and I want to thank. I see a super chat from Elizabeth. Thank you so much for that super chat donation. Much appreciated. I must say, I really do appreciate that, and that's the second of tonight. I want to say thank you, and you're welcome, Unstoppable Elizabeth Wilson. And here comes Aisha again. I hope she won't fall off again. I hope her eggs won't smash this time. So there you go, Aisha. Welcome back to the show.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, I don't know. I got a bunch of boys upstairs, so there's an arcade going on. Everybody has their own Xbox. My question is actually for Sincerely Neat. So, as a sister, I know beforehand you were concerned because that was your brother, and you saw things that others didn't see, and feeling that need to protect. Well, now I was listening and watching you tonight, and it still seems you have to be in protective mode or that you're in protective mode. So, did your level of worry and protection change or decrease any, or did it stay the same, just a different area or focus?
Um, I want to say definitely in protective mode because even though all of these rights in this world has been granted, and we got LGBT here, and it's okay to get married now. On the other side of the street is a whole club of 100 people getting blown up that's in the LGBT community. Yeah, I have to touch up on my knowledge when it comes to what my brother goes through, and I'm definitely to the end, all the way to the end of the war, when it comes to his heart protecting him and everyone who has something to say. We're not like, oh, you can't say that. we're just, loving each other so we can overcome it, and have support is everything. So even if is it protective mode or supportive mode, I'm just here, and I'm not going nowhere.
Okay, it's cool. I mean, it's cool to see
Yeah.
siblings protect each other, but I just noticed that it didn't change, and I was like, I would think it would have gone down, but it seems like it just shifted focus more so than going down. Yeah, that's cool.
But
And shout out to your mom too,
yeah,
because
shout out.
a lot of
She's in.
yeah, yeah. Shout out to your mom. But both of you
But I
still are beautiful
do
souls. You look
like.
alike. Just you do like you still look alike. It's just he's handsome. You're beautiful. You're
Thank
both
you.
gorgeous. So yeah, just stay true to you. Stay transparent. Um, I agree with Tr. Yeah, you don't have to come straight out and say, "Hey, I am a transgender male," because you are a male. But somewhere in that conversation, you know what I'm saying, let it out a little bit. So give them the opportunity to say, "I want to go" or "I don't want to go." That's all I got on that. But yeah, and shout out to your mom again. Amazing. Like she needs to write a book or something so we can learn how to
Oh,
do that.
mother, you. She's still here.
Thank you so much.
And Tr, you are. I look a mess today, y'all. You are the
Thank you so much.
bomb.com. Just I can't say it enough. You don't know who you are, man. God is really
Yes,
gonna do some things with you.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I agree.
Thank you so much. That
Yes.
means a lot.
Yes. And I'll be praying for you guys on this journey and your protection. Yeah. And I follow you too. I just went and followed you.
Uh
Thank
huh.
you.
Yeah, we got a follower. Yeah. Thank you,
Have a good
Aisha.
night.
Okay, thank you so much for coming.
All right. Bye.
All right, so that was Aisha, and that was our final question and remarks for tonight. In regards to the twins, I actually do have other questions that I would love to ask, but for some reason, I feel like I'm going to save those questions for another time. I enjoyed the show so far. You two are two amazing being, and I was glad that you could come over here and share your story. And I didn't see anybody throwing stones at you. I didn't see anybody saying, "Oh, they're nasty," or "they're this or that," or blah blah. So we had a respectful chat. We have a respectful set of people, and we are happy that the chat was smooth and the show went perfect and everything was okay. So if anybody else ever had any questions, as a matter of fact, I want to take this time out to say shout out to your mother, shout out to your families who accepted you, and also shout out to those who did not accept you either. Whatever, at the end of the day, you're happy. Both of you are there for each other. You're best friends. She's happy for you. You're happy for her. But, just one last question. Just one last question. I know everybody. I know everybody, or if not everybody, 90% or 95% of human beings fantasize. Now, this is a fantasy that I'm thinking for you. I wondered if, do you ever imagine having a twin, another pair of twin that would be loving on you both, whether they be, let's say, two girls, another, because you're into girls, just girls. So let's say another set of twins who are girls, and you would just move in together as one big happy family. Two of you with two girls together. You all have, live in the same apartment, have fun, and just live your life happily ever after.
No.
The twin thing is
The
nice.
twin, being a twin is great, but
We can't live
twins together, no one is so hard.
Oh God.
It's like dating.
Oh,
It's like that's like your wife. Well, that's like
yeah.
it's so hard to date because they are so overprotective,
Of each
and
other.
it's so hard to say approve of this one. It's like Jesus. So I
That's
can only.
you. You
That's you.
speaking for
That's
yourself.
you. You too.
I am not.
How many people? Anyways, so can you imagine dating this another set of twins? Yeah, we that house together. Oh, it's gonna be terrible.
You almost.
It's
Yeah, no.
gonna be everywhere. No, no twins. No fantasy here, Tr.
Maybe they could look like close.
It's a little scary, but I love her. She's my best
I
friend.
love you more.
Now, why I say that, there's a particular reason why I say that, because When I was growing up, I had a brother that looked just like me. A lot of people, if I never said to anybody that we weren't twins, nobody would know. I love my brother so much that I wanted us to live on the same land, maybe in the same house. I wanted us to share. I never wanted him to be so far away from me. I am in New Jersey, he is in Florida, and to me that is just too far away. So my dream was that he would, live in the same on a same land or plantation or whatever it is, and we could just be like a phone call, not a phone call away, like a minute away from each other. I could just run across the land and he's, over there. That's what I wanted. So we just have dreams when we love our loved ones. I can just imagine you two don't want to be separated or to be too far away from each other. So I would imagine that when you get married and you're loving on your loved one, you would love to know that you can knock on a door and she's just next door. You can just pop in and say, "Hey, sis, I need two peppers, or I need some cereal, or I need some salt or sugar or whatever." That would just be amazing. So that's just some questions. Anyway, we have come to the end of tonight's show, and we're going to allow you to do the vote of thanks. You want to thank your people for coming over. I want to say thanks to them as well. But, you want to thank anybody in particular for coming over, your people. Thank you for coming over, blah, 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 blah. It's your time to tell whomever you want to tell. Thanks for coming to the show. Thank you so much.
All right, I'm gonna make it really quick. My best friends are here: Akira, Henley, Miss Rose. Thank you guys for being here. My daughter, Babyface Kaka, my mom, the life of Peaches, Chase Hunger, Alyssa Anderson. I'm just seeing these names, guys. Everyone who I forcefully said, bring yourself in here, and I shared it out on social media. And you guys are here. You mean a lot to me. This is the first time we've openly sat down together and talked about the story. And it's still a lot building up when we opened this the second time. We did do it on a video. So it's amazing that you guys are so interested that you stuck around and listened. And a lot of you know us. So I know that some of you guys are feeling that emotional connection too. So thank you for sharing these moments with us. We love you guys. We love all the Nico fans that come hang out with us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm not gonna promote. Go ahead.
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But shout out to TNS. You always, if you see blue and green hearts in the chat says TNS, they stay with me all through 10 hours every live stream. They was the reason why I got monetized in 2 months. No matter what, you guys, it takes a support, it takes a team, and I found a great team who pushes every step of the way. When my eyes were this low, they was like, "Slick, wake up!" And I was like, "All right, we got 2 more hours." But shout out to TNS. Shout out to Heavyweight. She knows who she is. Shout out to everyone who stayed in the chat. Much love to UTR and SF Rose. You guys are a blessing. And hopefully, whoever else has a story that you guys continue to support. This is something new, but you're doing something big, TR, and I'm glad we were able to be a part of it.
Okay, and last but not least, you guys are not just twins. You guys are. I can continue to name a bunch of things that you are. So you guys are a pair of twins. You guys are awesome human beings. You guys are just fantastic overall. You guys are parents. You guys are sisters and brothers. You guys are sisters and sisters. You guys are so many things. You guys are, confidant. You are everything in that department. But last but not least, you guys are YouTubers. Now, if I may ask quickly, was there a particular reason why you started your YouTube journey? Was it a way to create a platform to share your story? Or was it, what dream did you have when you become a YouTuber? And what encouragement you have for other YouTubers who wants to become monetized and other people who wants to share their story and be like you? What helpful tip you would give? Let's say there was another girl out there or another boy out there that wanted to, do something that they have always wanted to do. What encouragement you would have said to them? What steps should they take to make the first move? Is it a case where you say, "Mom, I think I am a pumpkin and I want to change to a yam," or I am a plantain who want to be a banana? Whatever the case might be, how do you encourage somebody? What is the starting point? What do you accept first? What do you put together first? What do you change first? What do how do you advise somebody?
Okay. All right. So starting with why we started YouTube, I wanted to tell my story so no one else had to hide. I wanted to be the voice to the silent, the ones who were pushed into the corner. I wanted to be the light. And in that process, as my light was shining, um, I couldn't have did it without my support. And with that support, I'm not only trans, I'm a twin. So that's where Slit and Equal Twins came in play. And then we show us together every live, every print, every video. And that's where our content lies between the stories and the lifestyles. You'll find true love and people who want to help. So, what advice I'll give? First, accept who you are, accept the truth, and then live in your truth. Only thing you can change is your mindset. You can't change other people, but you can change who's around you. So be yourself and live in your truth and watch your circle. And at the end of the day, you don't have to change because if you're yourself, everything else will just change around you.
Yeah. Be yourself, follow your heart. Um, don't worry too much about who doesn't like it because when I realized the first thing I must do is love myself first. You cannot love anything else in this world if you don't put yourself first and then go after your dreams. So wake up, guys, and live your life because you only got one.
Okay, all right. With that being said, we have arrived at the end of tonight's event of tonight, the third episode. Tune in with us next week again for the fourth episode of This Is Us. And remember, if you have an interesting story, if you're a mother and a daughter and you've been fighting all these years and you can't get along and you want to tell your stories on the TR show, if you're a father and a son who can't get along, if you're a brother and a brother, a girlfriend and a boyfriend, a wife and a husband, and you can't get along, also, if you can get along and you have a beautiful story that you want to tell, oh please do come and tell. So you can follow me on Instagram, inbox me to tell me that you want to be the next person on the next episode. Then we can schedule your story for the next episode next week. Please keep the link of the twins in the stream, and for those who want to connect with them, their link is in the description of this video. So if you watch the video after this live, the link is in the description. You can click on it, go subscribe to them, and share their journey. If you like them, whatever, we see the kingdom marriages bargaining at the end of the story. Thank you for coming in, and this is the end of tonight's live. We're going to play the song one more time, and it's going to be the end of tonight's live. Thank you so much for coming. God bless you all until we meet again.
Thank you,
TR.
TR.
Appreciate you. See y'all.
She was definitely out of my league. Never thought I had a chance. Tonight it's gonna be a different experience. You're just so beautiful.
You know what?
You're simply wonderful. Even though I try to stay real cool, there's a fire burning deep inside. Whatever
Thank you
you
again,
want to do, no rush, cause we got all night. You're just so beautiful. Simply wonderful. I want you to stay with me. Let's make it last all through the night. I hope that I'm not dreaming. With you, I'll take my time. Baby, come stay with me. Feels like the start of something new. Show me the true meaning of love. I wanna make it with you. Come stay with me.
song. This song is just like mellow. I'd like to be on it. I'd like to be in my dropped up Benz, driving on the coast and be like.
You're just so beautiful. Simply wonderful. Oh, so baby, come stay with me. Ooh. I hope that I'm not dreaming. No. Baby, come stay with me. You show me the true meaning of love.